Imagine fighting for centuries against an empire, only to arrive at victory and realize nobody knows where your borders will be drawn. By 1946, the British grip on India was breaking. The Quit India movement mobilized millions. The army trials sparked massive outrage. The Royal Navy saw widespread mutinies, and World War II left the British treasury completely drained. Following the 1945 elections, the new UK Prime Minister, Clement Attlee, looked at this mounting pressure and made an official promise to the world: the British would leave India. With the empire's departure guaranteed, the conversation on the ground abruptly shifted. The question was no longer whether India would win its freedom. The question was how the subcontinent would be divided. The true scale of the ideological divide became obvious during the 1946 provincial elections. The Congress Party secured a massive victory, winning power in 9 out of 11 provinces. Under leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, their goal was a single, united India. But on the other side, the Muslim League won 87% of all seats reserved for Muslims. Under the leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, they demanded a completely separate nation, Pakistan. Because both sides now held massive democratic mandates from their respective voters, the British were no longer negotiating with a single voice. Independence had become an impossible three-way struggle. In May 1946, the British sent a cabinet mission to attempt a compromise keeping India united, but with a weak central government, handling only defense and foreign affairs and critical communications. This chart shows the proposed mechanic for that power distribution. The plan divided the provinces into 3 distinct groups: Section A for Hindu-majority areas, and Sections B and C to grant high local autonomy to Muslim-majority regions. Jinnah actually accepted this compromise, but shortly after, Nehru held a press conference and stated that Congress still retained the right to change this plan once the new Constituent Assembly formed. Reading this in the newspapers, Jinnah felt completely betrayed. He immediately rejected the cabinet mission plan and refused any further cooperation with Congress. A single, off-the-cuff statement to the press unraveled the most viable political blueprint for a united nation, starting a dangerous sequence of events. By August 1946, Jinnah abandoned negotiations. He announced Direct Action Day, warning that if Muslims weren't granted a separate nation, they would take to the streets. The resulting violence was catastrophic. In Bengal, local leadership gave mobs free rein, and within days, roughly 6,000 people were killed. Calcutta became a city of corpses. In the fallout, an interim government was formed in Delhi under Nehru. Jinnah eventually sent representatives to join it, but primarily to gridlock their decisions from the inside. While the politicians were paralyzed, Mahatma Gandhi took a different approach. He traveled to the affected region of Noakhali and walked barefoot for months through 47 villages. He searched for local Hindu and Muslim leaders, convincing them to live under the same roof to guarantee the safety of their communities. While the interim government in Delhi fought over borders and political appointments, Gandhi was proving on the ground that Hindus and Muslims could still peacefully coexist. By May 1947, the British government was desperate to contain the violence. They sent Lord Louis Mountbatten to serve as India's final viceroy and force a resolution. Mountbatten drafted what became known as the Dickey Bird Plan. It contained a clause giving all 559 princely states the option to join India, join Pakistan, or declare themselves fully independent nations. When Mountbatten showed the draft to Nehru, the Congress leader reacted with fury. He saw a plan that would effectively cause the total disintegration of the country. Offering every single local Maharaja complete independence would threaten to shatter the entire subcontinent into hundreds of volatile, competing fragments. Realizing the danger, Political Commissioner V.P. Menon threw out Mountbatten's idea. Working between lunch and dinner, he drafted a new plan in just 6 hours, transferring power to exactly 2 independent dominions, India and Pakistan. Desperate to prevent this final division, Gandhi went to Mountbatten with a shocking counterproposal. He asked the viceroy to invite Jinnah to be the prime minister of a united India. Gandhi was willing to hand over total executive power to his political rival and let Jinnah govern 300 million Hindus, as long as it meant keeping the nation's borders intact. But Nehru and Sardar Patel refused to support the offer. After months of grueling gridlock in the interim government and nationwide riots, they decided an independent Pakistan was the only way their own government could survive. For decades, these men had followed Gandhi's exact path. Now, forced to choose between a unified country and perpetual conflict and a divided country that could actually function, they had to break his heart to secure the future. At midnight on August 15, 1947, the Indian flag was hoisted at the Red Fort. But the celebration was immediately shadowed by the reality of the new borders. 15 million people were displaced from their homes, and over 1 million people were killed in the ensuing violence. The long-awaited triumph of Indian independence arrived, yet it remains forever tied to the tragedy of its division. What historical event should we explain next? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.